Hello YouTube, my name is Plazookas, and we're back to the multi-part series on Gacha Smack's video of his editor tried to destroy his career. Let's begin.
Correct with it. I didn't fuck around. And he was like, yes, that's fine. So then we hung up the phone. I went and immediately
Do you see how Gacha Smack worded this? Let's go back here. I almost missed this, but then I thought about it.
correct with it. I didn't fuck around. And he was like, yes, that's fine. So then, is this okay with you? He said,
I gotta get the full context here, okay? Just 1 second.
yes, period. We were on the phone. I said, hey, brother, I'll pay you 10%. I'll start screenshotting every. Here's the first lie. Here's the first lie.
Okay.
He did not ask for a little bit of time to think about it. He said yes, period. We were on the phone. I said, hey, brother, I'll pay you 10%. I'll start screenshotting every single month of the money I make so that you can know that's the money I made for the month and I'll give you that 10%. I said, this is what I've made in the past year. I've been growing every single month. It might not seem like a lot of money now, but you're going to constantly grow.
Right. He is prefacing everything he says with a bit of direction. In this form of conversation is to ensure a result. And I can't speak to Gacha Smack's intentions, but based on his demeanor, it's pretty clear that the conversation was one way at this point in time. Trying to lock in that price, trying to say this is what it is. There's really no negotiation. You either take it or you don't. Person on the other side of the phone, in this case the editor, probably felt somewhat, not trapped is probably not the right word, but intimidated to the point where he needed the job. He wanted the job. He likes Gacha Smack. Obviously, that's been established. And said yes based on that form of conversation. Like, there are so many elements of conversation that you can have. And if you study conversation, not to say that Gacha Smack has studied conversation or studied the way to talk, but people that are overly confident, and that is not a negative, that is a positive. Confident people is just, a normal trait that exists in the world. They tend to have this form of conversation. They are very assertive, very aggressive, and that can, in return, while they're having conversations with other people that are not as confident, be very favorable to their positions. Salespeople tend to be confident individuals, and therefore that's why they're more successful than others in some cases.
And then I said, is this okay with you? He said, yes, it's completely fine. This works. This works for me. Now he did kind of stumble over his words a little bit, to be fair. Again, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no reason to lie. When we're on the phone and I brought this up, things get a little awkward when you discuss money. He did fumble over his words a little bit when I said, I'll pay you 10%. Does that sound good to you? Right? I was very direct with it. I didn't fuck around.
I was very direct with it. I did not fuck around. And that's the full context. I was very direct with it. I did not fuck around. When you say those two things to preface what you offered, that implies the direction that pretty much implies that the conversation was matter of fact. Instead of, what do you think about this? There are certain ways you can word a conversation to make it more agreeable to both parties. I guess you can look at Tectone's video that he posted recently, which I was going to do a reaction to, but I'm not. I'm going to stand fast on my Tectone video, so I'm not going to do it. And I was nice. And I always offered to end the conversation. I never insisted or pressured it too much. I was always allowing Tectone to lead because I didn't want to seem like the individual that was overly aggressive in that conversation. And it was a tactic that I used and that I commonly use. It's just a normal thing for me. I'm more of a pacifist. I'm more of a sit back, wait, listen, and then have a conversation after that. In this case, it's not. It's matter of fact. And no shit someone's going to get off the phone, realize what they agreed to, and have thoughts about it. It doesn't mean, like you said, as an employer, you want to have somebody come back and keep on changing the numbers. Obviously, you need to settle on something and go forward.
Around. And he was like, yes, that's fine. So then we hung up the phone. I went and immediately went to go talk to my girl. I said, Bubs, I finally have a long form editor. I said,
Right. A long form editor.
he's really good. He brings out the humor in my videos. I'm excited about this. This is great. I said, we're going to see how it goes. And then I talked to her and I said, now on the downside is I'm paying my other editor, Sigmir, who's a great fucking guy, by the way. I'm paying him $500. And then I said, I'm paying Paravesh $500. This is new to me because now on top of all the bills I'm already paying, on top of all the
What are we doing here? Why does your audience need to know all your bills? Why? We don't care that you're over leveraged, Gacha. You're the one trying to hire a long form editor, which apparently is harder to hire than a short form editor. So it's clearly a position that kind of is in high demand, especially one that has the quality that you want for your channel, as you suggest this person did.
things I'm already doing in my life, I'm now paying an additional $1,000 on top of that. So it's actually new for me, but I'm doing this because I'm trying to grow my business.
Okay, nobody asked you to grow your business. But that's besides the point. I get that. But then again, why is it our problem?
Further, you have to spend money.
Are you
To make money,
Sure.
You're going to get to this point in content creation where you run into this fucking firm wall of how much work output you can do in a day. It gets to a point where who's a great fucking guy, by the way. I'm paying him $500. And then I said, I'm paying Paravesh $500. This is new to me because now on top of all the bills I'm already paying a day without you having to do it yourself. So I was going to try and pay him $500 and pay this other guy $500 for shorts and this guy for long form content. That's the whole fucking plan.
So they Gacha does go into the fact that one is for shorts, one is for long form content.
Dude literally said and lied, I need a little time to think about it. He didn't. He didn't. This wasn't discussed at all. He agreed to the pay on the call. We hung up the call, and that's what happened. He said, but then he told me about the workload he will be giving me. This is a full-blown blatant lie, by the way. He said he will be needing 60 long-form videos from me every month, 30 well-edited and 30 just cropping. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. That's a lot of fucking work. And that's how I know goddamn good and well I didn't say that shit. If I did, maybe he misunderstood me because maybe he doesn't speak English language that good. This is what I said. I said, I strive to upload one single time every single day. I said, I work very fucking hard, considering that I have an IRL job, a whole family to provide for. I'm doing sponsorships myself.
What is this? What does this have to do with an individual employee? Just because you work that many hours doesn't mean that someone else has to do that. And you clearly make bank. And even at the most reasonable, even at the most complimentary, you're only paying this guy $540 a month to do a job. So what are you expecting him to do? This same amount of work you do in all those other businesses when this is just his one job that he's doing for you? When you're not even paying him a living wage, in the expectation he's probably going to have to work for 4, 5, 6 different creators in order to even make a living wage? Gotcha, because you've already identified you're not going to want to pay him a living wage. Unreasonable? Yeah. The fact that you're throwing everything else in people's faces, saying you have all this stuff that you're over leveraged. No fault to your viewers, to your supporters. No fault of this editor.
I do editing myself. I upload videos my fucking self. I stream. I work really fucking hard, but I strive to do one video a day, every single day. I said that totals generally to about 30 videos a month. I said, I want you to match my work ethic.
Mm-hmm. 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 I get that. I get that. I just don't understand if you are thinking about this from a humanitarian perspective, from a workers' rights perspective. If you're only paying this guy 1/4 of the living wage, okay, I'll give you 1/3 of the living wage. Then there has to be an expectation that this person's probably going to have to pick up 2 other content creators besides you, a total of 3, to fill the gap. And if you want him to work the same level that you do, that means he has to multiply himself by 3 in order to put out the quality of work that you expect. And how do you think somebody sleeps after that?
I said, I'm looking for you to upload 30 videos, and I upload 30 videos. I said, this is going to double my work output, and I'll be able to essentially put out more content within the same amount of time.
You're making a living wage, Gacha Smack. He's not. Not by your standards. Not by your own admission. Based on your scale, if you're making 30 videos and you're getting a living wage, guaranteed, you've already shown that $5,000, that's a living wage now in the United States. That's a living wage without any of your other sources of income. Yeah, I get it. You have to pay all these bills, all this stuff. Okay, everybody else does too. All right, and then you have the additional employees. That's a little bit different. That's a small business thing, so it takes off your top end. You have to pay insurance. Probably not, because they're all self-contracted, because there is no unions for editors. I'm pretty certain that you're making above the living wage, okay? And you're making 30 videos. So in your comparison, he should only have to make, if you're paying him 1/3 of the living wage, 10 videos. Is that not a correct mathematical equation? I mean, in my opinion, that's a very simple, logical conclusion.
I said, however, things are going to have to change. I said, during the 7-day trial, where I failed you was I wasn't going live and telling you the exact videos I was going to make. I was going
Number 1, my girl Yinlin. Look at that.
Got a problem now. I didn't have this problem earlier.
Live and expecting you to find the content, which I did tell him, and he did do to the best of his capabilities. When we were on the phone, I said, I'm going to start going live, and I'm going to tell you the exact topics that I'm going to make on stream. I said, all you're going to do is I'm going to send you that VOD, and you're going to edit that clip. I said, listen, your edits are good, but I don't need that fancy editing shit. I just need you to fucking cut them out, do the work that I don't want to do, and we'll get them uploaded. I do not.
Okay, and this is a fair clarification. If at the end of the day, he no longer needed the additional work, which is obviously something that he wanted or that he enjoyed during the free trial period, and now he's re-clarifying his position and expectations, yeah, that's fine. That's fair. I get that. And that would, in return, potentially allow for an editor of this person's quality to produce more content in a shorter amount of time. Although, to be fair, some people who have, talent, who are an expert in a certain field, do not always perform well if they're asked to do something different creatively, right? And not to mention, they don't want to do a lesser form of their editing because it actually ruins their craft because of on-the-job training or just continuous muscle memory. I'm not sure how it works in editing over a long term. I didn't edit that long, a couple of years. And I'm not going to use I was going to use a comparison, but I'm not going to.
Not need all that fancy editing. I just want to get more videos out.
That's fair. And I think that's a really good clarification.
Is how that conversation went. I'm sorry if that sounds long-winded, but I'm trying to give full context here. So this shit here is pure garbage. I didn't say this at all. I said, now if you can pump out more, great. If you want to do some like passion crafting videos, great. But this shit is garbage. I didn't say this at all. All right, anyways, let's continue on. And the workload was so much that I texted him that with this much workload, see how he's trying to like victimize the shit as if I tried to like manipulate him?
I mean, it sounds like you guys are both doing that. And so there are 2 sides to every story, and then there's Plazooka's side. This is full context.
Into like being my little editor slave?
Well, I mean, initially you wanted him to do a lot as well. So I would say that on both sides, there were potential conflicts and issues. Not to mention the red flags that I've already established. And you're the employer. You're someone that has been in this business a lot longer than he has. I'm assuming you're older than he is. I mean,
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is he waffling about? Nigga, you say yes or you say no. It's that simple. I might not be able to take on other clients. So is it possible for him to increase the pay a little or at least pay me by the hour? Here we go. This is where the greed, and to be fair, this is where he lost me. This is quite literally where he lost me. Because one,
I don't know how you, I just explained it earlier.
we only worked together for 7 days. Two, we just got off the phone where you agreed to the pay. If you wanted a different pay, you could have.
Yeah, and we've already established that your passive aggressive nature doesn't allow in a conversation potentially for people to feel like they have a way to, I don't know, change it to, have a conversation back and forth.
Communicated that to me on the phone. You waited for us to get off the phone to.
Didn't sound like you had an opportunity to communicate on the phone, if I'm being very honest with you. I have dealt with many superiors in my life, and depending on their communication skill, it can be different for every one of them. Some people, they allow you to have a conversation, some people don't. I'm not saying you don't allow people to have a conversation, but based on everything you've said, based on my experience, and I'm not an expert, and this wouldn't hold up in court. If I had to make a conclusion, I don't think this individual felt like he had the opportunity to have a back and forth with you, Gacha Smack, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Then send this shit, and he doesn't provide context. Wait till I see and show you what he actually said. What he actually said was a little bit more weird than just this. It was pretty weird, and you'll see what I'm saying. But what I don't like about this is he said I might not be able to take on other clients. He's putting this in a way as if I told him or forced him to be my full-time editor. This is where the fanboy shit comes in.
I mean, if you're posting that many videos or you're streaming every day, you've already admitted that you weren't telling him anything about those videos. Yeah, it seems like he'd be closer to full-time than part-time.
He was begging to be my full-time editor. He was also trying his
Oh my fucking God.
hardest to say, I want to work for you. I want to grow for you. I'll do everything. I'll even do the first week for free.
Yeah, red flags, red fucking flags, my friend.
And then I had to say, no, we're not doing this free shit. You'll be fully compensated.
After, though, you've already said, I believe you've already said that you allowed him to work for 7 days and then you paid him. I believe that's what's already been established, right? You didn't pay him before the 7 days. Do not want to go back in this video, but I will. Where were we at? We're at 16. I'm gonna get ransacked with ads. 30. I don't know where it is.
I assure you, we're not doing the free shit. But he's trying to make it seem like I was telling him to work full time for me and like make him my little slave. It's fucking weird. Let's continue on.
I mean, based on his post, it's not technically weird. It seemed like he was going to be full time, and if he was full time, yeah, this was the concerns people have based on the income that he was being offered, the percentage that he's being offered as far as the split.
This thing hurt his ego so damn much that he directly fired me, saying a 21-year-old Indian kid not being able to survive on $400 per month is wild.
Interesting quote. So here's the and now I think I need to wait before I comment on this, just to be clear, because apparently there's receipts forward in this video. So I'm going to wait. Let me write this down. 21-year-old Indian kid not being able to survive on 400 per month is wild. This is quotes, which means based on the editor's recollection, and although quotes are supposed to be accurate 100%, and I can't speak to Gacha Smacks and mental capacity or ability. I can't really speak to the editors. But based on this, the quotes are meant to be accurate. So if I have to take everybody out at their words, I'll have to keep this as a note and see what the receipts say and see what the conversation looks like when Gacha Smack provides the evidence. But 21-year-old Indian kid not being able to survive on 400 a month is wild. Okay. Interesting way to say it.
This is a literal, like, and I'm in disbelief about this because it's like, bro, do you not understand? I'm gonna show the receipt. Did you think I deleted this shit or something?
We'll
so
see.
I'm gonna show y'all precisely what I said. This is, oh shit, I didn't even get out of there. This is what I mean by people are like, it pisses me off. I can see how people can develop trust issues. I really can. It might be funny to you, but this is how some people out there in life get fucked. There's people on the internet who will take this at face value and spread it. They'll spread that shit, and then before you realize it, you got motherfuckers believe.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I think, you know, to your credit, it's a good lesson learned. The world we live in, there are many people that are trying to, you know, get ahead, and even Tecton said it, like, you know, if somebody's gonna fuck him, he's gonna fuck him right back. That's the mentality, my friend. That's the mentality that you live in. Eat or be eaten world that we live in, the hyper capitalistic world. Crazy out there, man. Fucking crazy.
Even that this is how it occurred. There's a lot of context, guys, missing this. There's a lot of context missing here, and you're gonna see it. Bro straight up lied about the 400. He straight up lied about the 400. So, and then he didn't even. Here's the weird thing. He quoted this, which means he's saying that this was a direct quote from my mouth. Word for word, I said this. Now, I want to make sure this is understood before we move on, because he said I might not be able to take on other clients. So is it possible for him to increase the pay a little or at least pay me by an hour? He then skips straight to this part. There's a lot of dialogue that occurred before this even happened. Okay. And this isn't even the way it happened. Okay. So I look forward to showing that to y'all. I'm from India, bro. This guy's Copen Heart. He dodged the bullet. No, I know I did. My red flag went off when he communicated the shit to me. I have great and spectacular ingenuity. You might not believe me when I say this. I mean, ingenuity. I didn't mean to say that, bro. I have great fucking like spidey senses, bro. That's what I meant to say. My intuition is impeccable. I have a super.
You're a superhero now, Gacha Smack. As an employer, that's not a very good. It's not a very good mentality to have as an employer, to think like that. Like I joke around about having like superhero abilities, okay? But if I'm hiring individuals, I'm not going to use that ability to assess them, to analyze them. That's pretty bad.
Power of intuition. That's what I meant to say. Now you might think I'm bullshitting, but I really do. But the issue here was not at all me surviving. Okay, hold on.
I believe you, Miles Morales. I believe you. I don't want to call you that. I'm not going to call you that. But based on what you just said, I can infer and react.
This is in the way. I don't even know how to get this out the way. Okay, but the issue here was not at all me surviving at the first place. It was mainly that I might not be able to work with anyone else with the workload. And the pay is not at all adequate for 30 long form videos with the turnaround time for 6 hours. Again,
that's a very fair issue.
Craziest thing about what he's saying right here is he's trying to get y'all to believe I was trying to get him to do this, first of all, which is insane. The other thing that's wild about this is, bro, you always can say fucking no. If that was the case up there, which it wasn't, you can always say no, for one. And for two, you're fucking not even doing the work. You're not even doing the goddamn work, brother. Brother, you're employing people. What the fuck are you waffling about? Insane, chat. Bro. All right, so let's continue on. He's almost done. Here's the final part of his shit. It literally was labor, what he was trying to get me into. Bro said it literally was labor.
So there is some translational stuff that may not be picked up from writing in English as a second language. The labor could be equivalent to something else in his country, based on language as a second language for him. I don't know. It is a little bit weird in this particular sentence.
Oh,
so he's going to use maybe
my God. After humiliating me about it, I requested that I genuinely am okay at the previous pay grade, but please don't fire me. I have a family to take care of. I need some more money. And somebody, I don't even know what he said right here. And his genuine response was that it's not his responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not an employer's responsibility. If there was an establishment of a 7-day trial, at the end of that, you no longer need or require the services, and this is industry standard, I'm assuming, with this trial period that they can have. Maybe you have to pay them if you're not going to employ them, just to apply it with any laws or regulations. Yeah, you can then just let go of them, right? Especially if there's going to be issues with contracts or agreed upon percentages and stuff like that. So, but the reaction from this editor is reasonable as well. Like, obviously he was trying to get what he was worth. He looked at everything and he didn't want to get overworked for what he was getting paid. So I think it was reasonable for potentially this person to want more based on everything that he thought he was going to have to do. And then when he realized that that was not going to work, he was going to take what he was going to do it regardless, because he wanted to support his family at the end of the day. I don't think that's unreasonable, and I don't think that's worth calling out to the extent that this is being provided.
Now, this more or less did happen. I'll be honest. This actually did happen.
That's interesting. Okay.
What's funny to me is this dumb fuck thinks this is a problem. Brother, it's not my responsibility to ensure that your family is secure. If that is the case that's going on, I don't believe that one fucking bit. I don't believe a 21-year-old boy is taking care of a family of four.
I mean, I could say so much right now. And like, it's not even just this sentence. It's all the things that were said previous by Gacha Smack about this 21, and I can't say definitively by this line right here what he just said.
Ability to ensure that your family is secure. If that is the case that's going on, I don't believe that one fucking bit. I don't believe a 21-year-old boy is taking care of a family.
21-year-old boy is taking care of a family. 21-year-old boy is taking care of a family. Now watch this chat. Now watch this chat. The thing hurt his ego so damn much that he directly fired me, saying a 20-year-old Indian boy not being able to survive on $400 per month is wild.
Ability to ensure that your family is secure. If that is the case that's going on, I don't believe that one fucking bit. I don't believe a 21-year-old boy is taking care of a family of four. It's probably the exact opposite.
I don't know, chat. Speaks for itself, I think, in my opinion. Let's move on.
Family of four is probably taking care of him. Bro's in the fucking room all day editing and employing editors. I completely fucking...
Okay. Preston, go ahead. Speak your truth, Gacha Smack. Speak your truth.
I doubt it, but you know what? What I will say, there are some people out there with that particular circumstance. To be completely fair, there are, but I strongly fucking doubt it's this kid. No way, no how.
Right, because he's the person that's having an issue with you. So, God forbid, he has personal responsibilities in his life that are unique and not the norm. But because of your spidey senses, you know everything about everybody. I get it. I got it. Let's go.
Especially when he's already blundered up all this shit right here. Okay, going back to it. I have video proof from his live stream and the chats we had about him guaranteeing me the job. So you caught some clips of me when we were on good terms saying, I'm definitely going to work with this guy before you decided to say some dumbass shit.
Interesting. I mean, that's something. That's something.
That doesn't mean anything. He
In the court of law, no, it doesn't mean anything. You're right.
repeated it again and again on stream in front of everybody, making me solely focus on his work and sabotaging my other clients. What?
And there's implications here that that was what was being at least implied for the first 7 days. And then when the clarification happened after, and then obviously percentages and payment was clarified as well. Yeah, then I guess there was some, changes that were going to happen so that the workload wouldn't have been as much. And to be fair, the editor should have potentially, based on, this back and forth that we've now heard from Gacha Smack, he should have said, well, okay, maybe the workload was too much in the first 7 days, the editor, but now that we've had this conversation and it doesn't have to be, these really good edits and we can just kind of crop and go quick and we need these videos out, that it could have been quicker on the editor's side. So in that specific case, that's fair, I think.
So now I'm manipulating you into only working for me.
I mean, you gave the impression and you didn't provide enough direction in the first 7 days. You'd think otherwise because of how much output, and you've already admitted that it was great work. I mean,
Holy shit, bro. So bro's accusing me of saying, because I was like excited about hiring him, he straight up was like, yeah, I'm only gonna work for Gacha Smack now. I'm not working for anyone else, only Gacha Smack, because he's so excited to work for me. All right, brother. Okay, instead of hearing my point and request, there was no negotiation. I woke up and got to know that I am fired. I'm sorry, Chad, that's funny as fuck. Oh
I hate these commercials. We gotta
Hi
go through
everyone,
it.
my name is Margarita.
I can't contain that shit, bro. I woke up and I was fired, bro. Bro got off screen. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, bro. Bro got off screen, bro. Bro got two kids. Oh, my God. I'm fucking dying, bro. I loaned him the fired one. Oh, fuck, bro. I got genuine tears, man. Holy shit. I got genuine tears. Woo. I woke up and discovered that I am fired. There's a third screenshot with your name call out in case you miss it. Oh, dude, I'll see it in a bit, man. Fuck, bro. I had to collect myself after that one, bro. Okay, hold on. Oh, God damn, that was funny. I cannot read that again, guys, because I might fucking pass out. He did not even ask me how much I charge.
Wait. And he'll just pay me for the videos I have made from him until now. So, okay, the payment was at least addressed here. So it looks like the editor did get paid for the services that was already rendered.
For the videos I made for him. He just gave me a very low amount saying that's all I will get.
How much I charged for the videos I made for him? I mean, okay, let's see.
Yes, 100%. Nigga, these are my terms. What do you mean? What do you think this
I mean, you hadn't had a negotiation about price. Obviously, it's a trial, so therefore you didn't feel like you had to pay him anything.
is, bro? I'm the motherfucker that's running this show, bro. What did bro think I was gonna do? Yeah, no, look, chat. I straight up told him. I said, listen, man, I'll pay you 10% of my revenue. And are you gonna accept that or are you not going to accept that? Whatever the case
Are you going to accept that or you're not going to accept that?
may be, that's the fucking terms. You can say yes or you can say no.
He said yes. And I know and then Gacha Smack may come back and say, well, this was based on the other conversation that we had when we were going to end employment or end services. And I was just going to pay him what I owed him. And it wasn't applying to the first initial offer. That's possible.
Now, the other thing that was crazy, I am the captain now. Now, look, the other thing that's crazy is bro tried to work for me for free, right?
Yeah, we've already established the huge red flags of this person being a fanboy, which, in my opinion, should never be a person of interest as an employee. There's just too many things that can happen when you have somebody like that. No matter how much Tectone spoke to this, no matter how much that can benefit you as a content creator because they know your style and stuff like that, it's too weird of a relationship at that point. And if you are looking for that sort of thing, I have to question your motives and intentions as well, in my opinion.
He tried to say, I'll do the 7-day trial for free. In fact, hold on, let me see, hold up. Let me make sure I don't dox the little dumb fucker. His face, at least. His name.
Nice names you got for this guy.
Name is in everything. It's honestly like, it's on him at that point. I'm gonna pull.
Is it on him? It's not. It's on you as the employer who rendered services to protect his information. I think by law, if I'm being real.
This over here, guys, okay? Bro, right here in 4K HD. Oh, shit, well, damn. Right here in 4K HD, bro. Right here.
Trust me, you ain't gonna regret my work. We can do a free trial if you don't like it or you think it's too slow by your time, and don't pay me and I won't disturb you further. I mean, trying to get work, you know? He did. Is this his name? Looks like that's his name. Here's what I'm gonna do, chat. Try to reach out to this. And honestly, I'm not sure. I have no idea. But I am gonna mention it. I'm gonna, because I'm currently observing it. I'm not sure if it's the obligation of the employer, regardless of free trials. There was some services rendered for them to protect the data of their employee. I believe it is. I'm not 100% sure though. And I'm not sure how it works from international laws and the fact that the editor is an Indian citizen and Gacha Smack is United States, I think, or Canada. I don't know where. I don't want to presume where he's located, so he could be somewhere else as well. Maybe it's not even as simple as that.
Look at this shit. Right here in 4K HD. Hey, chat. Look at this dude, bro. Free trial. If you don't like it or think it's too slow by your timing, don't pay me.
That's not a... Listen, this is all red flags. Obviously, this is how, you know, some people solicit work. I'm not denying that. I get offered when I go on stream for people to do my, you know, emotes and stuff like that. They offer me services to make my UI look nice and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't take that work, but it's offered to me, and this is very similar in the vein.
And I won't disturb you further. So, like, look at this shit, bro. Brother, yeah, chat. What the fuck you want me to do about that, bro? Like this.
He sent his portfolio. He gave YouTube videos of people he worked with. I mean, it seemed like he did everything that was that you would want as an employer. And obviously, we've already established, Gacha Smack said this editor was really good. This must have seemed like a great deal for him. I'm not gonna lie.
This dude is so dumb that his full name is in everything. It's in the.
You should not have leaked it. In my honest opinion, I think this is a very, very if I had to, like, 25 minutes into this, I think this was the worst decision you made so far.
YouTube name, it's like literally everywhere, bro. It's like almost no fucking avoiding it. But like,
yeah, but you actually doing it on stream is different. That's the delineation. Of course, everybody's name's out there. My name's out there everywhere too. People leaking it, you know, that's intentions. That's an intentionality behind it. And legally, that is, you know, not good.
Like, bro literally offered to work for free. Now, here's the thing. As I told y'all, chat. Let's go back to this part right here. Hold up. Where's the fucking $30 part? I gotta find that shit again. Is this the right screen? Oh, he did not even ask how much I charge for the videos I made for him. He just gave me a very low amount saying that's all I will get. So let's be full fucking, let's just tell the truth here. Yeah. I told him I'd pay him $30 per video that he made. Again.
$30 per video. We've already established that he made $5,400 in 28 days. We don't know when this actually happened. So, but the posting on, if the thing is legit, is 7 days ago. Okay, go ahead.
In India, $30 is not $30. $30.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Is like 2,000. I don't know. Actually, let's just look it up. Let's be fucking clear here. All right. 30 USD to rupee. 30 USD to rupees. Yeah, okay. This is fucking $30, bro. 2,505.
I mean, okay, and what does a fucking candy bar cost? 1,000 rupees? What the fuck are you trying to say, Gacha Smack? What is this comparison? What is this comparison? How much does a candy bar cost in rupees? India Mart. I have no idea I have no idea this is even a good place to go. Not go there. Candy bars at best price for manufacturers, suppliers. This wouldn't be in. This wouldn't be in. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. It's in rupees. Pack of 72. That's a pretty large pack. So what's that equivalent to? Can I get a comparison? Is there a way to translate this number? Delivery to Mumbai. Change of location? It probably wouldn't change. How much does it manufacture by? Or 10. So 10 rupees is equivalent to a 12-gram bar, which I think is actually a smaller package in the United States. And these are now going for what? Okay, let's see. 12. Well, now it shouldn't have $1.32. $1.32. And what was the what did I say? Candy bar. I won't be able to find it again. I messed up my. Oh, here we go. 22 grams. 10 rupees. So if 10 rupees is equivalent to $1.32, give or take, obviously market fluctuations, different companies and stuff like that. 100 rupees would be, my math is not accurate. Let's say 12 bucks. 1,000 rupees is 120. $2,000 rupees is 240. I am doing the math wrong. Am I? I can't be doing this right. I guess I don't understand my own math. Let's see if they go through conversion. Actually, I can just check that out. USD conversion rates to I'm not good at this kind of math, chat. It's less than $1 though. But obviously, even though it's less than $1, the cost of goods in India is lower, right? So it doesn't really. So you're getting 17% more if you're paying from, but that's not a lot. That's not a lot. Even regardless of cost of living, like if and I don't know the math completely, okay, but I'm just gonna go off the cuff here a little bit. Regardless of what the conversion rate is, okay, the implications of an employer who is now looking at the economy, are they is employers looking at like, okay, how much does a 21-year-old Indian kid pay for rent? How much does he pay for gas? How much does he pay for food? And then you're like, okay, based on that plus the conversion rate, this is how much I'm going to pay him. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Is that fair? Am I being absurd here? I mean, if that's the case, we would have a sliding scale for people who have families of, 3 or 4. Which we technically do, obviously. I'm not suggesting that we don't. There are companies that hire, and if you have a family, generally you're gonna ask for more, you're gonna want more, clearly. But who cares if he pays for less? The equivalent is only 13% more for the conversion rate. Regardless of all this other fucking shit that's happening. It's 13% more of the United States dollar. That's it. That's all it is. Regardless of their economy, regardless of their market fluctuations, their cost of living, the conversion rate is 13% more. That's it. And that's all you should worry about. Period. You shouldn't be getting into this fucking nuanced discussion about what $30 is to a 21-year-old Indian kid. That is just weird. And it has implications, in my opinion.
5 Indian rupees. So what's crazy here, though, like, is I paid him $150 for the 5 videos that he said he was going to do for free. So it's hilarious when we come back to this shit and he says, he didn't even ask me how much I charged for the videos I made for him. Just gave me a very low amount saying that's all I would get. Do you see the manipulation, chat? Chat, do you see the manipulation? Bro's trying to paint it like I was Debo him.
Sure.
Bro, you said you do it for free. So
yeah, I mean, I get that. And that's fine. That's a fine conclusion to make. I don't deny that.
You honestly put it to my full discretion to decide how much I was going to pay you. It's
right, but you should have never hired the person in the first place. And the reason why you did, well, you've already implied that it looked like he had a great service to provide. You established that he was already somebody that was a fan.
so wild, man. And here's the funny thing, chat. He told me that on PayPal, they're going to like tax him because of the foreign exchange. So I actually sent him $155. Because why? Because I'm a nice fucking guy. I said, maybe that $5 will cover the foreign exchange. I sent him one.
Maybe. We don't know, though, because, I look at everything else that's happening in the Indian market, your rent, your gas, but when I'm sending you money, I don't look at the conversion rate between PayPal and that, but I'll just assume it's $5.
150 fucking 5, chat. Just to cover whatever the hell inconvenience he would deal with. All right, let's continue on, bro. At this point, and I'll show that. Don't take my word for it. I'll show the whole fucking thing. At this point, when I lost all hope on getting the job back, oh, please don't do that again, bro. You're gonna make me laugh. He told me that I am annoying for
I mean, it's true.
Spamming him, but the matter of fact, I only ask for one single update every day. I want y'all to think about what he just said. I only asked for a single update every day because my payments were due and I was literally seeing him stream. At the end, I just wanted to end the relationship on a good note and said, if you ever need an editor in the future, I will be available for you. And me being your fan will always support you on stream. Finally, chat. Finally, we can get to the fucking DMs, bro. We can finally get to the goddamn DMs. Let's pull this shit up, bro. Let's take a look at this. Holy shit, chat.
I am so ready for this narrative.
All right, man.
Change.
Yo, is he watching the stream? I haven't banned.
I'm so if you're watching this, I'm so ready for the narrative to change and for me to be able to support Gacha Smack now. Let's go.
Him? So he probably is watching the stream right now. He's probably fucking sweating bullets. Bro's probably in here. We'll ban him once we're done with the video. All right, chat. We'll ban him once we're done with the video. All right, now let's be clear here because I want you guys to see how much 500 USD to rupees actually is. He's here? Of course he's here. Fucking idiot. All right, anyways, let's look at this. Chat, this is how much 500 USD is in rupees. You know what? Let's get rid of the chat here so you guys can get a better picture of that. Hold on.
It's not a fair comparison, in my opinion. Because we've already established that the conversion rate is 83.53. That's the difference. So regardless of this big ass fucking number, okay, and I don't know how to look at it from a candy bar perspective. I'm bad at math, so somebody in the comments, please fucking break it down for me. But I know the conversion rate's 17%. regardless of this big ass number, okay, the conversion rate is universal as far as I can understand.
Let's kill the chat here. Let's just pull you guys over here. Actually, fuck it.
When you dare to combine sweet and tart,
I need
you
to
get a
premium.
sweet
I
tart
do have
throat.
premium, but it's I should just probably log into my other account, my fucking premium account.
There you go. There you go, chat. Bro said he's struggling to take care of his family. And here's the crazy thing, chat. This was his base fucking pay. This was his base pay, chat. I was going to continue scaling that shit up as y'all saw that I'm fucking scaling up with my pay on.
Yeah, it looks so big. It looks so fucking big. I wish I had any ability to understand what this number is for somebody that lives in India. And if you watch this, Paravesh, you can email me. You can email me at plazookas@gmail.com. And I want to ask you that question specifically. I want to ask you those questions specifically, Paravesh. If you hear me now, if you're watching this, email me at Plazookas, the name of my channel, at gmail.com.
My ad revenue on YouTube. He was going to continue making more, bro. It's fucking insane. But look, I think the craziest thing about this story, chat, is like, he literally, guy's average salary is 30K per month. So he makes more than average salary. But the craziest thing about this shit is like, he hadn't even worked for me he did a 7-day trial. He did a 7-day trial and immediately tried to
So what did he say? 30,000? And the standard conversion rate is 17%? Yeah, that sounds about right. That he would be making more if you're getting paid from an American. You have an American employer.
negotiate a higher pay after 1 day and then wrote a
But you're not making anywhere near the poverty line or the medium income. Gacha Smack. At $5,400 a month, you're above average income. Not to say that you have to do that for every employee that you have, but if you take what Paravesh, the editor, was saying, yeah, you were asking him to do a lot of work in the beginning, and that would require full-time work.
story like he'd been working for me for 6 months, doing 30 videos every month for me, bro, and never fucking got an increase in pay. Like the perception is insane to me, guys. A Big Mac is only 235 rupees, so he could buy 170.
There's something not right here. There's definitely something not right here, right? There's definitely something not right here. We're not doing the right math here. Somehow, some way. We're not doing... Oh, that's a month. We're talking about months now? Talking about months. Okay. Okay, you know what? I can do this. Fucking come on here. Get this. Come on, Plazookas. Here we go. Big Macs costs how much in America? Do math. Big Mac price is $5.29. $5.29. Average monthly income in America. The average monthly salary in the United States is about $7,000 US in bonus payments, holidays, and overtime. This is the average salary in America. There's a lot of difference. The 2004, 7,000. A lot. Calculator. It's so high. All right, well, we'll just put this number in. But this is part-time work. Is $3,000 a month a good salary in the United States? Is $3,000 a month? How much a month is middle class? 42 is 40,000 to 150,000 a year. $7,870. $7,000 875 divided by 500 or $5.29. $5.29. 1,482 burgers. To be fair, we'll divide that by 3 because we said that the income was supposed to be part-time. Equals 494 burgers. But there's no way his salary is $7,875 a month. And this is not, that's cut in thirds, but there's no way it's even that high. It's 500 US dollars. So in this case, let's just do that. No, it doesn't work that way, does it? It's very confusing. I mean, there's the numbers, right? That is the numbers. I did cut it in half. I'm not sure what that says other than you can get more burgers in America than you can get in India. You do the math, chat. You correct me on all this. I am so confused right now. I suck at this.
24 Big Macs a month.
I need to take a college course again. It's been a while.
Now, I want to show y'all. In fact, I have to continue to go back to full screen because I have another editor, guys, right? My shorts editor. It's okay with me, Mr. Smack. I was also messaged the same thing actually in my DMs with Paravesh. I did not take it at face value.
Okay, so we mentioned their name as well. Okay, that's fine. Paravesh, if you're watching this, email me at plazookas@gmail.com, please.
I just received this, guys. I just received this. I did not take it at face value, and I was very skeptical with what he said. I can send the screenshots if you like. Bro, this man tried to sabotage me with my other editor, bro. Oh my God. Please send the screenshots. Oh my God, dude. Dog, is this real life? Chat, is this fucking real life, man? Oh my God. Bro's a villain. Bro's an actual villain, chat. This shit is insane. Okay, look. We got to get to these DMs because this is crazy. I'm going to show my other editor's DMs, by the way, because bro painted me out to be a villain, right? We got to show the other DMs, but let's first go to this.
So we're getting from a secondary person. Again, this is 2 things apparently from secondary people, not from first person perspective or from Gacha Smack's perspective. Which always, unfortunately, from the chain of custody perspective, I know it's not exactly the right term, but it's not always admissible or
this man's DMs,
accurate.
Bro. I want to get to the part where we started.
All right. Oh my God. We have blocked messages, so there is that, everybody. We have blocked messages, guys. Girls, we have blocked messages. So let's point that out real quick.
Talking about doing business. Okay.
You don't want us to read anything you just wrote up there. Well, I'm going to read that because I get to. Leaked it. I didn't want to end this video, so I don't want to do this yet until I have full context. All right, let's see. Paravesh, in a few hours, playing Wither and Waves with friends, try and simulate a universe in Wither and Waves. That's what he's going to title it as. Fucking clutch, man. Power got knocked out, so I have been MIA today. Prioritize the blindfold vid over the with friends. Block message. What's the ETA on the Jishin video, brother? Block message. Bro, you are truly a blessing, man. These videos are comedy gold. Okay. Obviously, this is probably why he had to say how good he was as an editor, because he mentioned this in his DMs. It is indeed a collective effort, but holy shit, you have shown me the value of an editor that understands how to highlight the moments, which is something that you asked him not to do eventually, right? Yes, today and tomorrow. There's some block messages here. I'm in the middle of a storm, so hopefully power does not go out. I go live in an hour and a half, 100%. Hey, brother. Unfortunately, there's a copyright claim on the part where you used guy in your arms tonight. But the title is difficult since it doesn't really focus on a specific element. It's not accurate to call it. This is fine. Back and forth, editors trying to get a flow as far as what they want in their titles for both people, or for the employer.
Doing business.
I'm trying to upload it before I go live, but the title is difficult since it doesn't really focus on a specific element. It's not accurate to call it in the title and the thumbnail are crucial. Yes, sir. Let's chat about it tomorrow. I'll ping you sometime in early evening. So we're only seeing Gacha Smack's perspective. I don't see Paravesh's perspective. The quality of the video seems compromised again, but it's going up regardless. Nice work. For your availability today, just leave me a window of time for your availability today.
Okay. Is this it? Let's chat about it tomorrow. I'll ping you sometime in the early evening. The quality of the video seems compromised again, but it's going up regardless. Nice work. The Langan man had to cover this update. So we're just talking business right here in terms of him doing. Okay, here we go. All right. Tomorrow I am completely off for my personal training job. Let's push it to tomorrow because I have to stream tonight and I'm already in a time crunch. Tomorrow I am free from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This also confirms that it was for Wuwa, by the way. This confirms it was for Wuwa.
ST. Is there any way we can zoom in on this shit or no? No? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to ping as early as possible. Shouldn't take longer than 30 minutes to talk about everything. Look forward to the combo, brother. This is what I said. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, sure, I'll ping you in 30 or less. Good to go. Who's this? Oh, this is the guy that sent me the fucking information on him, by the way. Hey, Raziel, we'll check it in a bit, brother. Okay, so this is when the conversation occurred. I said, good to go. He said, yep, we started the call. That's when the negotiations transpired, right? Now, you're going to be able to see the context after that call. We've already explained it, so let's do it right now. He said, Venmo. Oh, no. After he agreed, I sent him the payment methods to which, I'm covering it. My bad, chat. Hold on. So after he agreed to me paying him 10% of my revenue, I sent him the payment methods of how I could send him the money, right? So Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. I sent him all of those because I was like, pick one of these methods, we'll get you squared away. I said, hey, Paravesh, here's what happened. He sent this shit right after we got off the call. Hey, do send me the workflow for today's live.
Oh, wait a minute. You've already leaked his information. So why not go back and look at all the other block messages that are up there? Obviously, I would agree that you shouldn't leak anything. You shouldn't leak his name, period. But you already have. Hey, do you send me the workflow for today's live stream? Didn't send him the workflow, potentially. Hey, Smack, and this is probably why he did that caveat in the beginning saying that, yeah, I wasn't upfront with him either. I wanted you to know that if possible, are you willing to pay me an hourly rate instead of a percentage-based payment? Because your channels being my only source of income, it would be very difficult for me to sustain a livelihood. I am not asking a huge amount per hour. I'm only looking for $10 an hour. $10 an hour. You know I'm not good at math. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to slow down the chat anymore, chat. YouTube, I'm not going to do it. But anybody that can do it, take the $10 an hour rate, apply it to the conversion rate of the 10% based on what Gacha Smack was going to... And I would just say, even me not being very good with math, would suggest that because I've already implied that it takes a long time for long-form editors to work, his hours would have been insane, which is why you don't want to pay for hours. You want to pay for revenue split. In respect to the time and work I will be provided. That's true. I agree with this. The time and work I'll be provided. Hey, yeah.
Hey, Smack, I wanted to know that if possible, are you willing to pay me an hourly rate instead of a percentage-based payment?
But I don't understand why you don't, if you're going to get full context, why don't you unblock all these messages? We can hear everything that's happening during these conversations.
Because your channel being my only source of income, it would be very difficult for me to sustain a livelihood. I am not asking a huge amount as per hour. I am only looking for $10 an hour, which is considerably very cheap in respect to the time and work I will be providing. Now, what was crazy about this is, one, I have no way of knowing how long you're working on these videos. So I already don't like this idea. Two.
Well, yeah, that's very clear. You don't trust the person anyway to begin with.
We literally just got off the phone about an hour before this, and you said, yes, let's do the 10% of your income situation. 3, you came to me asking to work for me, and you said 85 times, I want to grow with you. It's not about the money. I want to grow with you.
Red flag. You said 85 times, huh? That's a lot of fucking times. Gacha Smack. This seems like an unhealthy relationship to begin with. And I would blame that, regardless of all the context and receipts, on Gacha Smack completely.
I want to grow with you. How the fuck do you try to renegotiate a pay 7 days later? Not a month later, not 2 months later, not 3 months.
Well, first of all, 7 days was the trial period. It was within that grace period that I've already talked about. Seems absolutely reasonable to me, Gotcha. Seems absolutely fucking reasonable to me, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
3 months later, you hadn't even done any work for me. You're already trying to negotiate a pay, and then you're going to tell me it's difficult for you to sustain a livelihood? Chat, this is what I meant by red flag. This was a red flag moment for me. I was like, nah, fuck. And it was unfortunate.
The red flags came a long time ago. The red flags came all the way back in the beginning of this relationship, before it ever was solidified or work was rendered, period.
Because I was like, man, this dude's a fucking banker editor, but my intuition was kicking in right here, and I was just like, yeah, that's kind of weird, man. I don't want to be
all right, I'm going to take him at his word. It was intuition, not the other thing that he said earlier.
Responsible for nobody's financial security. Let's look at what I said, chat. Let's look at what I said. Remember, bro said I was being mean to him, right? Let's look at what I said.
Are you a hot sleeper?
I'm not.
Do you find yourself waking up in the middle of
No,
the night,
I don't.
overheated?
Hey, Paravesh, I am under the impression that you were expecting to be paid more. I do not wish to employ an editor who isn't satisfied with the pay due to their own financial circumstances. It is best to not continue the partnership at this time since you need more money, and I am not comfortable with paying more at this time, seeing as I already employ other people for different jobs. This is what I said. I will compensate you for the 5
Oh, that's very, very good and very fair. I think the message is professional and appropriate.
total videos you did make for me at a rate of 30 USD per video, equating to 150 US.
Yeah, I don't know how this works out. Based on his hourly wage and everything else, I'm sure these videos took a long time. He did 5 of them. Were these 5? So were these 5 videos? I'd have to look at them, which hopefully he gets to them. If this was 5 videos and each one were different days, and they were the streams that he was streaming for Woowa, those are like 12-hour video that he would have had to edit down. That's a lot of work. Let's say he did work an 8-hour. This is completely hyperbole, okay? This is not something that I'm even remotely, and we already have I'm even bad at doing this. We've already established I'm bad at math. $8 or 8 hours. God, I'm so bad at math. I'm so bad at math. I need to work on this. $30 divided by 8. That's $375. That's $3.75 an hour. If you worked an 8-hour day. Oh, that's yeah, that's right. Right. And then if you did that by 5 for the amount of days in a week. Oh, that doesn't matter. It's $375. It's $3.75 an hour, apparently.
SD total.
If
Now,
he
guys,
if he worked 8 hours, which was implied by the editor saying that this was a full-time job, that he was basically having to work a full-time job, which would imply 8 hours from a standard United States business. And I'm not sure what India has for their, if they have a standard 8-hour work or 8-hour workday, or if it's shorter or longer than that.
when I decided on this pay, it's because I have an Indian client that I train. Not only do I have an Indian client that I train, I have 2 actually. I have a son and a mother. I train 2 different Indian clients. I have Indian friends. I spoke with them and I was talking to them because I did a little research, as I showed you. I was like 500 to 41,000 rupees. That's fucking insane. But I was like, you know what? Let's ask somebody who's from India.
Okay.
I asked them. I said, hey guys,
This is really good context.
how much money is like $500? Like, how much can you get with that? My Indian client said this to me word for word. He said, Smack, he's like, I actually don't really remember. All I can tell you is the American dollar, the US dollar goes a very long way in India. Get this check.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because in the end, it's still $500 a month. And I mean, yeah, you can do this legally as an employer. I'm not denying that, but it looks kind of bad in my opinion.
chat.
Who care how long it goes there? Who cares? That's not the differential you should be looking at when you're trying to hire somebody. You should be hiring somebody based on your overall profit margins, your success, and what you can afford to hire people at. And you already have 2 editors. You've already spoken to that. You hiring a third at the same base price. It's fine. It's fair. But you've already said you're trying to grow your business. You're trying to get better content. Even though then you said that you didn't care if you produced good quality. So I'm kind of conflicted on that aspect of it.
He said, you can look up the conversion and it'll tell you there. He said, but get this. He said, there's a black market in India where you can actually take the US dollar and convert it even into a higher conversion rate. He said,
That's it. I am done. This is going to be, that's how we're going to end it right there. Everything I just said came true. Gacha Smack. You went even further. I mean, the black market exists everywhere, apparently. You can do illegal, illicit shit in America, too. Obviously, it may not be cheaper. Obviously, for products that are banned and illegal, and you'd go to jail for it. This is part 2 of an ongoing multi-series documentary of Gacha Smack's video on the editor tried to ruin his career. Instead, he ended the editors. My name is Plazookas. If you like this content, like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.